Here's my audience members. Hello, my name is Denise Abrams, and the password for today's speech is kitten. Today I will be speaking to you about a problem that exists all over the world, as well as in our very own backyard. It is something we see but tend to ignore because it does not directly affect our lives. I would like to talk to you about helping the homeless. We see homeless people all the time asking for money, for a meal to eat, or just simply living in the cold, dark streets of our city. Some of us may think, well, it's not me, so it's none of my concern. I see homeless people and I wonder, how did they get to this point? We all know people are born with two parents. We've had parents who nurtured us to be upstanding members of normal society. However, where are their families? What happened to them? Those are all great questions, but we need to know, how can I help? We will talk about homelessness in America, homelessness within our city, and what you can do about it. At the end of the speech, my hope is that we can all come together and figure out how to play our part. I know that I am blessed in my life, and I would like to bless someone else's. How about you? According to National Alliance to End Homelessness, there were 564,708 people either sleeping on the street, in transitional housing, or in emergency shelter on one given night in 2015. Living in unsheltered housing consists of sleeping in abandoned buildings, cars, or on the street. We all know there are many nights in Philadelphia where the temperature drops below freezing level. Imagine how these people manage to stay warm, let alone alive, without basic necessities such as food and shelter. There are 24.8 out of 10,000 homeless veterans in the general population. This is what's stated by the National Alliance to End Homelessness. Although the number continues to decline, the thought of these people who fought for their country don't have a suitable place or a home or a place to call their home. An article called Child Homelessness in U.S. Reaches Historic High advised in 2013, 1 out of 30 children, which comes out to be nearly 2.5 million children, are either living on the streets, moving from one temporary solution to another, or doubled up with other families. Could you imagine if your children didn't have a home or a warm meal to come home to? I've always prided myself on taking the best care of my children and provided all that I could for them. Some parents don't have that luxury. Single mothers with 2 children consist of the majority of these families. The experience of homelessness for a child can have long-term effects. They tend to fall behind in school from constantly changing schools, which leads to dropping out. It interferes with their learning, their cognitive skills, and their social relationships. The National Center on Family Homelessness at American Institute for Research lists Alabama as the worst state with the highest number of homeless children. So now we're going to talk about homelessness within our city. As you all know, Love Park was the communal place for a lot of homeless people. Since the construction of the construction to revamp the park, those homeless persons have been displaced. They now have relocated to what the city calls hotspots, which consist of the convention center, the concourse below it, Rittenhouse Square Park, East Market Street, and South Broad Street. According to the article, Why You're Seeing More Homelessness in Center City and How Philly is Responding. There aren't enough services to meet the needs of the homeless adults and youth. At times, people are turned away from shelters because their capacity is full, approximately 500 beds short. There could be anywhere between 700 to 1,500 people without homes in and outside of the city. The count is higher in the summer. There are a number of causes of homelessness. Some experience mental health illness, creating difficulties in maintaining stable, affordable, and appropriate housing. Some women are in abusive relationships and are forced to leave with their children. Some simply can't afford the housing. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Philadelphia is $768 a month. So that brings us to how can we help? There are many organizations that you can donate to, but I would like for us to start right here in our city. Project Home is an organization based in Philadelphia that aids adults, children, and families in breaking the cycle of poverty and homelessness. You can volunteer with Project Home by hosting a donation drive, and a donation drive consists of organizing a campaign to raise funds for a charitable cause. You can volunteer by preparing and serving meals at one of their resident sites. You can also donate money through their website, which I will give you all at the end of the speech. You can donate socks, underwear, bed linen, new clothing, because these are all necessities that people need for when they come out of the shelters and, do find housing. And you can also donate non-perishable food items through 3 of your food pantry locations, again, which I will give to you at the end of the speech. In conclusion, we've heard how homelessness is affecting America and our city. Homelessness is not just an issue for adults, but children are involved as well. Whether it be trying to survive alone on the streets or being displaced with a parent, we have to do something. So today, I hope you can take what you've learned and take action. So how much will you be donating today?